Hey friends, welcome back. I hope you watched the first day's video of this journey towards creating successful New Year's resolutions, where I encourage you to take a personal inventory of yourself at present. I gave an example of my own inventory, and in hindsight, I do think I censored it a bit more than I should have. I left out examples of responsibilities I have and things I feel I can't change and things that feel too heavy to share. I also found myself adding a few more things to my list as the day went on. There's several things on my radar right now that I would like to change, but I haven't made any decisions on my resolutions yet. I'm trying to keep an open mind to all possibilities, which is exactly what day 2 of the 2023 New Year's Resolutions Countdown is all about. Let's dream big. All right, just to recap, each day this month, I'll be suggesting a small step that you can take that'll lead you closer to some successful resolutions for next year. This is another exercise that you can write down in your notebook or your Word document or however you like to work. I'd give yourself a bit of room between yesterday's entry and today, like at least like a half a page. All right, today is about starting to dream big, like real big, like ridiculously big, gigantic, huge, really big. So this is one that you'll definitely come back to all month. So as you remember things that really give you that electric spark of energy, that excitement that when you're just imagining them, none of the things that you're writing down have to be a resolution or even related at all. But so don't limit your imagination at all. This is an exercise. Be silly, be outrageous, be unrealistic, be ridiculous. And again, this is nothing you have to share with anyone else. They're just dreams. So don't consider how much your dreams would cost or the time it would take or how you would manage it, or if you're too old or too young or too out of shape or have no talent or knowledge or skill or training. None of that matters. None of it. Just write down things that you would love to do, that would just be amazing, that would fill you up. If you had all the money in the world and all the time in the world and all the support imaginable and all the skill and know-how and connections and permission and a complete lack of all other responsibilities, what would you do? Where would you be? Really let yourself think about it and be in that space. How would you want to spend your time? What would you want to create, experience, accomplish? Where would you live? How would you like to be seen? Allow yourself the freedom to dream as big as you can. And you really have to allow yourself this. We often try so hard to be realistic and practical and grounded, and that's not what this is. This is being as opposite to that as you can possibly be. Just let it all go. And like yesterday, there's no planning yet. We're not making decisions. We're just taking an inventory of our wildest dreams. And the wilder, the better. It took me doing this very exercise in 2021 that I realized how much I craved having my own studio, my own like private space to work. I didn't really think it was a possibility at all. Even when I'd said it to myself, I was like, right. In my normal way of thinking, I wasn't considering it. But when I asked myself, what would be your ideal work condition? I just imagined like having this private space, which I've honestly never really had before at home or at work. It's very Virginia Woolf, not gonna lie. But I let myself dream it. And it wasn't long after that it was reality. I found a great space. I talked to my partner about it. We made it happen. I acknowledge I have a lot of privilege to be able to do this. But it's gone well enough that I got to quit my job that was causing me a lot of stress, and I can just focus on my own art and my own music and making guitar pedals. I mean, it really is like a dream. I can't tell you how much better I feel after just following what I really wanted, what I didn't really even know that I wanted. but I'm ahead of myself. So we're not making any decisions today. We're just dreaming big as we possibly can. This is definitely one where you'll want to leave some extra space so you can come back all month. Once you start allowing yourself to dream like this, like you'll start to get into the flow and come up with some really wild ideas. And they're just ideas, don't be afraid to write them all down. And that's the whole assignment for day 2. Dream big. So we'll be doing more dreaming and brainstorming in this next week before we finally start to pick our goals and then frame them in an actionable way. So I'd suggest for most people, you're just going to be choosing 1 or 2 goals or resolution. 1 is great. 3 is a lot. It's a lot to focus on. 1 is awesome. And you want to set yourself up for success. And, maybe you already know what it is that you want to work on, but still indulge yourself in this joy of dreaming big, of like you did when you were a child. Like, just give yourself that allowance and that permission. And if you'd like to share any of your wildest dreams, please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear them. I may share some of mine in the comments as well. I wrote down a few so far, but I really want to work on this one today because there's a lot. I also keep a dream journal in my planner all year long when I feel like I have these sparks of like, man, I would love to do that. How exciting would that be? I write it down on this list. And so I would like to go back to and see which of those things really seem still exciting to me. And, maybe all of them. So I hope you join me tomorrow for day 3, where we'll talk about simple planning and organization options for a successful new year and ways to keep up with your progress. And I'll see you then. Thanks.